Ladies and gentlemen, we have great news. Donald Trump, I believe, will flip California from blue to red. Not only that, but in Congress, Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, was making a speech and actually gave Trump praise for no wars under Trump and said, we need somebody like Trump back in the White House. Not only that, but Elon Musk is making big moves to end the woke mind virus. Not only that, the polls just keep getting better and better for Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into it, and I'm going to break down in detail why I believe Trump is going to flip California. California is going to go red if the Democrats run with Kamala Harris on the top of the ticket. But really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as you're in, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment letting me know that you see me, that you hear me, that you are with me, and we're about to get into it. And I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video. That is Mike Lindell with his company's My Store and My Pillow. Use promo code ANN at checkout. Links down below at the description. Let's get right into the first part of the video. Now, I do want to give you this update really quickly. So, Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit. Oh my goodness, where did it go? I had it right here. So, Donald Trump filed a lawsuit. A federal judge in Florida has denied ABC News and George Stephanopoulos' motion to dismiss Trump's defamation lawsuit. So Trump filed a defamation lawsuit against George Stephanopoulos and against ABC News. Stephanopoulos stated multiple times on air that Trump has been found liable for rape, which is false. And Trump's reaction on his Truth Social says, quote from Trump, "A big win today in high Florida court against ABC fake news and little George Stephanopoulos. A powerful case before you know it. The fake news media will be forced by the courts to start telling the truth. This is a great day for our country." So Trump is suing ABC News and George Stephanopoulos. They tried to get the case dismissed. They failed. Let's get into the first part. Now, the Democrats are running with the story right now saying Kamala Harris is going to do so great among youth and Gen Z and everybody else. Well, let's see what CNN pollsters have to say about that. Let's watch this together.
So I want to take a look at Trump versus Democratic margin. Just remind folks where we were at the end of the 2020 campaign. Joe Biden won voters under the age of 35 by 21 points. What do we see with Kamala Harris? Well, she's still ahead, but the margin here is significantly less than what we saw with Joe Biden back in 2020. She's up by just 9 points. You may make the argument that was better than Biden was doing before he got out, but compared to that Democratic base.
So Biden was polling at about 6 to 7% among the ages of voters of under age of 35. And they're like, we got to get someone else. Kamala will do great. No, that's not good.
Baseline where Democrats have historically in presidential elections, at least this century, been carrying that young vote by 20 or more percentage points. She is way down from that. So if this is unique support among young voters, I would like to know what non-unique support is. Is it even worse than this?
Is she doing better than Biden was, though?
She was doing slightly better. Maybe Biden was up by, like 6 on average or 5. This is maybe slightly better, but this is not game-changing stuff, Mr. Berman.
All right, what have we seen in terms of...
Now, I'm not going to, what do you call it, make you watch the rest of the video. But ladies and gentlemen, they're freaking out. They thought replacing Joe is going to be great. They thought replacing Joe with Kamala is going to get all these people fired up. And now they're shocked to find out, wait, the woman that pretends to be black, because she's not, she's Indian. Her parents are Indian. She pretends to be black. So I'd say Kamala wears blackface. The lady that pretends to be black when she's really Indian. She put Black and Hispanic men in prison for marijuana and then laughed about smoking marijuana on the Breakfast Club show. Then she kept people in prison in California past their release date just to get free labor out of them for the state. You want to tell me you're shocked that she's not more popular than what you thought she would be? You're shocked that people don't want to vote for the lady that went after Black and Hispanic men and women to throw them in prison for decades for nonviolent marijuana crimes? What a shocker. Next, this one, it's from Congress today. So Netanyahu is making a speech and he mentions the Abraham Accords and he mentions Donald Trump and gets a standing ovation from Democrats and Republicans.
The new alliance I envision would be a natural extension of the groundbreaking Abraham Accords. Those accords saw peace forged between Israel and 4 Arab countries, and they were supported by Republicans and Democrats alike. We could call... I have a name for this new alliance. I think we should call it the Abraham Alliance. I want to thank President Trump for his leadership in brokering the historic Abraham Accords.
Republicans and Democrats, look at that, are standing up and cheering for President Donald J. Trump. Under Trump, we had peace in Ukraine. We had peace around Taiwan. We had peace in Israel. And over 46 years of American presidents, Trump is the first president under who not a single new war started anywhere in the world. No new wars under Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the leader of peace. He's the leader of the free world, of a free market. No satanic chip on your forehead or your right arm. No killing babies at 9 months in the womb. Ladies and gentlemen, but before we move on to the next segment, I want to mention this, and this has been on my heart. What do we do after Trump? What do we do after Trump? Okay, Trump wins, serves 4 years. Who's next? Can I tell you my opinion? I didn't like this guy at first, but he's grown on me. Yes, he's got a couple shady deals from the past. Vivek Ramaswamy. I believe if he can, for the next 4 or 5 years, keep going the way he's going now, we might see a changed man. A man that's America first, loves this nation, and loves freedom. Next, I want to go through a couple things I want to show you. Number one, this is the biggest kick streamer in the world. His name is Aiden Ross. Millions and millions of kids between the ages 15 and 25 watch him every single day when he streams. And this is what he said. He just endorsed Donald J. Trump. I will tell you, I apologize for the language, right? He uses some profound language, but I think this is something everyone needs to hear from the biggest streamer in the world. And he's only 22 or 23 years old, I believe.
This is still Trump 2024. I'm not no fucking liberal, libtard. It's still Trump 2024. I'm going to stand by it. I'm voting Trump 2024, and that's it. And I promise you I am. All right? 2024 Trump. He's an American hero. All right? And he took a shot for all of us. Straight up. I'm going to say it right now. I don't give a fuck. You guys don't have to like me. I don't care. It's Trump 2024.
So we are being told that the youth is lost. That the youth is lost and we're done. But we see, no, the most influential youth person on the internet is endorsing Trump, saying, I'm no libtard. I'm not brainwashed. It's Trump 2024. He's a patriot. He loves this nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the youth, Gen Z, is not as lost as we think. Just because the media screams louder doesn't mean they are correct. And now I want to talk about California. I want to talk about why I believe Donald Trump will flip California. And some of the things here Grant Cardone, as you see in this post, said about Kamala. He's a businessman. Kamala Harris supports a 70 to 80% tax rate. She will destroy the middle class, already declining at the fastest rate ever. If you care about your family's economics, pay attention to policy, not skin color. That's right. Here is my opinion piece. By the way, if you're on Twitter at ANN_news92, Vlad tweets, this is me. Please give me a follow. Now, here's a poll from Politic Polls. Trump 48, Harris 46. Trump beating her by 2 points nationwide. But this is my opinion piece. I want to read it to you. Why Trump will flip California. My opinion on how Trump wins California. In 2020, when Kamala Harris announced she's running for president as a Democrat, she polled only 8% approval rating in her state of California, where she was a prosecutor. The people of California know who she is. They know her record and the horrible job that she did as prosecutor. She kept information back that would free an innocent man from death row until a judge forced her to release that information. She imprisoned Black and Hispanic men for decades for simple marijuana violations. She kept people in prison past their release date just to get free labor out of them. If Kamala Harris really is going to be on the top of the ticket from the Democrat side against Donald Trump, I believe at real Donald Trump will win California, because Californians know how horrible Kamala Harris was for California and how horrible she will be for the rest of the country. Hashtag MAGA, hashtag MAGA 2024, hashtag Trump 2024 to save America. I'm going to finish it with these final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what I think why Trump will win California. And I've called a couple of my friends in California and I've spoken to them over the last couple of days. And they said no one, not a single person in California. And I spoke to people in Sacramento and down in Los Angeles. They say no one's excited for her. They said nobody. People remember what she did. Her racism, her hate, her bigotry, her playing the race card while going and arresting the same people with the same race. They know she's unqualified. She's unqualified to lead a McDonald's. I wouldn't trust Kamala with flipping my burger. And the people of California will not vote for her. They never wanted her in 2020. They don't want her now. And I believe that right now, what the Democrats are doing, they're test running who can do the best in the polls against Trump. But listen to this. They tell us that we are a threat to democracy. They run a corpse in the primary and the base comes out. Over 14 million people voted for Biden's corpse in the primary on the Democrat side. Then, once he's already elected and he's the presumptive nominee, they hold an early debate. At the debate, Trump destroys him. Biden's polls go down, Trump's go up. What do the Democrats do? If you paid attention to the letter that Joe Biden released on Twitter, his resignation from the race, he said, what's best for the country and what's best for the party. They are putting party and politics before the country. They are putting party and politics before what the people want. They say that Trump and the MAGA conservatives are a threat to democracy. Well, we're not the one trying to unalive your candidate, and we're not the ones taking our candidate out, forcing him. It was a Democrat-led coup to get Joe Biden out. Hear me again. It was a Democrat-led coup against Joe Biden. They conducted a coup and forced him out. He didn't want to go out. Jill didn't want to go out. They forced him. It was a coup. It was an insurrection. It was communism, Marxism. The base voted, but they don't give a crap about the base, about the voters, or what the American people want. All they care about is staying in power, telling you what to do, and telling you what to inject yourself with. And on top of that, they try to unalive our guy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not running against a person. We are running against a machine. A machine that doesn't care about anything but its own survival and its own stomach. You can go hungry. Your family can go hungry. As long as they eat, they're okay. If they were to take all the money that they sent to Ukraine, we would, but and invest that money in America, we would have the newest, most advanced airports in the world in every state. Our kids would go to the best schools in the world and eat the best lunches that any kid in the world is eating. They could repair roads and still have money left over, and they could actually buy every single homeless veteran in America a brand new home. But they don't care about that. If they buy you a home and give your kids a better school and a better lunch at school, they can't launder that money. So we are not running against the person. We are running against the machine. But I believe we have God on our side. I believe through prayer. I believe through fasting. I believe through intercession. I believe through speaking truth to power. I believe through registering our friends and neighbors and co-workers and relatives to vote and give them a ride to vote. Help them get to the polling location. We will win. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every single one of you for taking the time to come in. I know there's other YouTubers you could have been watching, but you trusted me for the news today, so I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. By the way, if you're in Minnesota and you're going to be at the Trump rally this Saturday, we might run into each other. As you guys know, we're on a cross-country RV trip with my wife and kids, and we're going to be going through Minnesota this Saturday, and I find out Trump is doing a Trump rally in Minnesota. I was like, hey, I'm taking my kids to their very first Trump rally. It's going to be a family Trump rally day. It's going to be awesome. So if you're going to be there, I want to see you. Come up, shake my hand, say hello. God bless you. Make sure to subscribe. Check out my store and my pillow. Links down below in the description with promo code ANN at checkout for a huge discount. Trump 2024 or sooner.